The following broadcast is brought to you by
Elite Performance,
What's Poppin' Corn Snacks? Printed Memories.
Revved Up Tattoos,
The Fighter's Friend.
Doc Sports Service,
The One's Kitchen.
Inner Beast Sportswear,
BW Sports 1, sports media marketing and design. Check us out at BWSports1.com. It's another original BW Sports 1 production.
Pew pew!
That is what I'm saying. What is going on? What's poppin', folks? That's right. It's your boy, the one and the lion. We are the Dukes of Football. What's
What up,
happening,
bro?
brother?
Hey, man, I'm chilling like the coolest villain. Just drank me a nice tall glass of ice cold milk.
Ice cold milk. Miak, as Ernest P. World used to say. Miak. You
I
remember
love
that?
milk. I'm a fan of milk.
Milk's so good.
It is, especially when it's like really super cold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's not a sports drink. You don't drink milk after sports.
Except for when you win the Indianapolis 500.
Do you drink it or do you just pour it all over yourself?
You got to take a sip. You got to take at least a sip.
You know that milk warm too.
Maybe. No, that thing just came out of the... No, it ain't warm.
Yeah, that's
It ain't
what
that
they
warm.
tell
Well, you
you.
could pick which one. You could pick which actual milk you want. That's so buttermilk may be a little bit lukewarm, and yeah, ugh.
Yeah, let me get that 1%, bro.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
But I mean, how was your week since we last spoketh?
What week are we on in the NFL? We are on week 5, so we've had 4 games in Philly Dilly, baby, sitting on top of the NFL at 4-0, the only undefeated team in the league.
I asked that man how he was doing since we last talked.
Perfect.
And he said the Phillies are 4-0. Yeah.
So that
Awesome. Yeah, the
answers
kids
that
are
question
great.
in a
The wife is
roundabout way.
great. Yeah, the family's awesome.
You already know they're good. We already know they're good.
That's hilarious, bro. All right. Let's see. What are we doing? We are rolling, huh? Is that what we doing? Oh no,
We're rolling. We're
you're
rolling. Roll on, brother. Let's roll.
all right. So
You know what I'm doing.
yeah, you're messaging. So I'm gonna be excuse me, I'm gonna be a little biased this week on the local memory maker brought to you by Printed Memories. Get all of your direct to print needs at one local spot. Call 317-494-0811 today.
Boom.
And let them know the guys from BW Sports 1 sent you. So my logo, I'm gonna be a little selfish for the local memory today. I'm gonna have to throw it out to my boy, man, my little guy, Elijah Zayden Thomas. He has to get the shout out this week for our performers. No, we shouldn't like to put the high school in this area, but he's obviously not in high school because he's 11. But you would think he was in high school the way he plays on the defensive line, my guy.
Yeah, buddy. Nice.
Well, they did not. You said, well, why you want to celebrate my guy when they did not win go to the advance to the championship. They lost in the first round. We celebrated him for one because sometimes individual accolades to need to be recognized. So in that game that he lost on Saturday afternoon, he had 10 tackles,
Damn.
6 tackles for loss,
Nice.
8 hits on the quarterback.
Nice.
One hit forced a interception that almost won the game, but the young man ran out of steam probably around the 23. He just couldn't do it. Because I mean, this is like an 80-yard pick trick.
Chug
Like,
it, chug 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 it, chug.
and this is the fourth quarter. I don't care. 11-year-olds is tired in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, they are.
So, but that was pretty cool. And then with his performance in that game, and like, bro, I hadn't seen, like, I wish I would recorded because there'd have been some unique securities all day with this guy. You know what I mean? But he was invited to try out for a football team from pretty much kids all throughout the city. I mean, the Indianapolis area, mostly the central Indiana area, kind of like a all-star of all-star youth football teams that's going to play in a state tournament. That
Nice.
they'll travel to Louisville or Lexington and play a 2-game. If they win their 2 games there, then they qualify to play in the national tournament down in Florida. If Florida's capable of receiving such an event at that time, so
Right.
he got invited to try out for this team, and they really like him. So it's pretty good for him. He's starting to realize that he's a really good football player, and
So he may
people
have
are
just
watching
found
him.
his sport.
Yeah. So yeah, he's the local memory maker for this episode. So shout outs
Nice.
to Elijah Zayden.
There you go. My nephew, yo son.
I
Big
mean,
boy.
I don't know how you can give pancakes and be the you need security all in the same game.
Nice. I like it. I was a
I
big
like it.
man on the line and linebacker. I like it.
So and then with this there's no weight limit. So there's
Oh,
rare
real football.
opportunities that he might be able to tight end it up every now and then. He ain't gonna do nothing else because these kids is good, bro.
Right? I'm sure they are.
I mean, these kids is good. Like, I was impressed that he's like, all right, you are a motherfucker. Okay. All right, so we keep it moving. We keep it moving. Not gonna linger. Because I have a tend to talk too much. So revved up ridiculousness.
I think we both fall into that sometimes.
So
Revved Up
remove
Ridiculousness brought to you by Revved Up Tattoos. When it comes to body ink, go somewhere where quality work and where you feel comfortable sitting at and chilling with them. For your next ink or piercing therapy session, call 317-537-2667 today and tell them the boys over at BW Sports 1 sent you. Boom! Pow!
Hey, bro, we got a double whammy for this one. We got a
Oh,
double whammy.
I have one. Did you read mine?
I
I
don't
read
see it.
yours. Oh well, no. It was like I had notes on one, and then all of a sudden I seen a second note.
Is there a second note?
Mm,
Uh,
no, on my end. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just put it on mine. Hell, I don't know. But yes, I have one, and yes, I saw what you put. You go ahead and start this one off.
Hey man, it's getting ridiculous that AB just keeps up in our ridiculousness. But my guy is being ridiculous.
Man, he's bad. This time he's bad. I mean, we thought Deshaun Watson was doing something kinky shit, and now all of a sudden, this dude's out in the open. What's up, Brandon? Thank you for joining us. Yeah, this dude's out in the open doing it.
Hey man,
Taking
AB,
pictures and everything.
AB out in Dubai, right? He out there in United Arab Ingrams or whatever it's called. He out there in the pool playing with his yanker. Right there in the pool with the chicks and the everybody walking through. AB wilding, bro.
Wow. Wow. I mean, all you could say is revved up ridiculousness.
Listen, you in the wrong part of the country be doing. I mean, world part of the world be doing that dumb shit. I
Yeah,
know
you
they
might
don't
not
respect women a whole lot over there. I
They
mean,
don't
it's fact.
respect.
They don't. I mean,
They
I'm sorry.
don't
I'm not
respect
talking shit.
anybody.
They don't. I mean,
No.
like, bro, you black too. So they'll cut your ass in a heartbeat, drag you right
I
out there
mean,
to the desert and drop your black ass off.
they're all. I mean, yeah, we're all a little tan. Some just more than others.
He's dark.
He is dark. He is dark. No, I want to take us back to the Kentucky game over the weekend. Did you watch any of this Kentucky game?
I watched a little bit of it. Because
Oh my mercy!
I was at a football game and Michigan was playing. So, I was watching shit.
Okay, so Kentucky is down, and it's second, third, something to go from the or goal to go. Fired in, catch it, touchdown, brought back. What was a false start? False start, legal man downfield, something. I don't remember what it was, but it would have won the game. Next play, they fumble it, give it back to Ole Miss. Ole Miss wins the game. The way it happened, revved up ridiculousness.
It's terrible.
Terrible. Oh,
I thought she was going with the dumbass in the football game Monday night that got
rocked.
smashed by Wagner and then wants to file a police report.
What a that
No, that's revved up ridiculous.
that's majorly. We had a triple header on revved up ridiculousness tonight, folks.
I mean, we had like 4 weeks without having one, and then all of a sudden, just
bam, bam, bam.
October hit. That's what it was. October hit. It's
Halloween.
crazy, bro.
Yep. Freaks come out at night.
Hats off to Mr. Judge. I got my bat right here.
62 guy that owns an auction house just offered the dude that caught it $2 million for it. If he's going to, he better sell it quick because 63 is going to follow soon. And that 62 ain't going to mean shit.
Hey, I want to ask the baseball guys how they feel about that. You know what I mean? Because obviously you had a couple guys from our youth era have more home runs in the season, but they aren't counted due to, tainted circumstances. I like to see how those baseball guys over at just a little bit outside think about this particular situation with Aaron Judge. You know what I mean? Being, we know for sure the American League all time, but, you know what I mean, the single season all time home run dude is 62.
Yeah, just a bit outside, boys. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. We'll hear it in the comment section in the private comments here afterwards. I'm sure.
I'm sure. I don't know. 1 week I'm one way, 1 week I'm another, but I always lead to you were cheating. So, I mean, everybody was cheating, but you're cheating. But there were some guys who weren't, and those guys shouldn't be robbed for people who obviously were cheating the game. But anyway, we move on. We digress. Let's see. What's up next? I think we're going. What's popping? Isn't that what we up to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. NCAA. What's popping around the NCAA? Brought to you by What's Poppin' Corn Snacks. Check out the best gourmet popcorn and make it your own with a custom label. Go to what'spoppincornsnacks.com today.
Yeah. So Bama rejumped Georgia. Georgia had a tough afternoon with Kent State. No, Missouri.
Why though? That's my question though. Why though? Georgia, here's my thing. Georgia won last year. They have not lost yet. I don't care if they lose or win by 1 point or 100 points. They're still the national champions until they dethrone.
You are aware that Alabama was number one first, right?
Which is
that's why I said Bama jumps back.
Oh, but did they? Were they number one? I thought.
Yeah, when we started the season, Bama was number one. Yeah, because and then it was the Texas game. Georgia jumped in Texas.
Yeah. Okay. See, I didn't even remember that. It's been so long ago. There's been rankings for so damn long that doesn't matter in NCAA this year already that I can't even remember.
Yes. So this was a little difficult for Alabama. You would thought it would have been a little difficult for Alabama with Bryce Young going out, but their backup came in and just, played like, the
Bam it up.
backup he was not. So
Yeah.
Alabama took care of business. Georgia had a little struggle with that's what I'm saying. In conference games, no matter how high you're ranked or how not you're ranked, in conference games are always difficult on the road. And
Mhm.
they pulled it out, but hey, as you can see, it wasn't easy.
No, it's not. It's never easy. Ah, shit.
There goes the camera.
Yep, it's never easy. I hate this camera. It's never easy. I might just stay like this the rest of the night. I don't
Hey,
know.
that's 3 in a row, y'all. That's 3 weeks in a row.
Man, it's getting ridiculous. It's revved up ridiculousness is what it is, folks. Oh man, yeah, it's hard to go anywhere in the conference, like you said. Yeah, SEC play, Big Ten play, it doesn't matter. If you're going away to a conference rival, you're in hostile territory, and that's what happens. I mean, it's great in college football. That's why we get the shifting of the rankings in week 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. But uh, can you tell I love rankings?
Yes.
Before week 6, just saying, guys, just saying, listen up. You heard it here, folks. It better happen. I'm just saying it is hard to win away in the conference.
That's what he's trying to get at, folks, as he delays his camera repair. All right,
Yep.
so let's jump into the Big Ten. Big Ten had a really powerful week, you should say. A lot of things going on in the Big Ten. Penn State, Michigan, OSU all look well in their wins. Michigan put up quite a bit of points on a defense that was only giving up 5 points a game this season. Still, JJ with no INTs. Blake Corum with another 100-yard rushing game, pretty dominant. Defense is coming along quite well. Penn State looked very steady in a sloppy weather type of game. They held serve. OSU is just buckeying along, apparently.
That killed you to say that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. You know what I mean? But I'm grown enough now
that you can say the
that I
name.
can say that they win and they're good. But we won last, and they haven't beat us in over 1,000 some days or 300 some days.
There you
So that's
go.
what we're rolling with.
But we're getting close to the rematch, and we'll see what
November
happens
26th, noon game.
in about a month and a half.
November 26th, noon game.
There you go. That's everybody. Make sure you mark your calendars, folks. It's always rivalry weekend, Thanksgiving weekend. Big one in my mind in the Big Ten. Purdue upsets Minnesota.
Yes.
And Minnesota. I mean, I picked Minnesota to win the West this year.
I picked Purdue.
Yeah, I know you did. And there was the game that could tell the rest of the season of who falls in there. But I still think Minnesota's overall a better team. I just think that it is one of those. It's again, but that was at home, wasn't it?
That was at Minnesota, but Minnesota was missing a key component on offense that really makes the running back. I think it makes their whole offense go. And Purdue was able to take a full advantage of that with a road win. I mean, wow, what a win for Purdue! What a win for me! I should have picked that game.
Well, I'm sure our buddy, the Purdue fan, the Drew Brees fan, the Saints fan, now who knows what team he's rooting for, fan. Your boy, shoot.
It sure ain't Matty Ice, I can tell you that. All right, so big surprises in the Big Ten this year so far. We got Illinois and Maryland both sitting at 4-1. Maryland has shown some really good games. I know they lost the one losses against Michigan, but it was a good showing for them. As you can see what they've done with the rest of the conference. Illinois has a fantastic running back. I think his last name is Smith. And this Wisconsin's old coach who just got their current coach fired because of this Illinois win. So great job for the Illini, but yeah, those teams are hot right now.
Yeah, and again, this is one reason I keep saying mentioning those rankings shouldn't mean anything before, because Wisconsin was ranked in the top 10 at the start this season off, and they are not a top 10 team.
They're
They
not a top
should
25 team.
exactly. They should have never been up as far as they were because they're not that good. I mean, let's face it. You lost to Illinois, and I'm not taking anything away from Illinois because Illinois is tough, especially in the Big Ten conference games. But you're supposed to be the Badgers. You're supposed to be the team that's going to win the West, and you've let us down all year long. You were overhyped and underplaying.
Yeah, I thought Illinois has done well over the last couple of years of moving forward. It started when they got the the double transfer local kid from Avon and Peters, and that's when they really started to make their change forward. So good kudos to Illinois. Nebraska.
Wow.
Nebraska is now 3-0 since firing Scott Frost. So we obviously know who the problem was.
Yeah, 100% wholeheartedly know that Frost was the problem in Nebraska because your boy in coaching is taking that team to the next level where people thought that Frost might do, which never held up to the hype.
Nope. Even their quarterback, the transfer Martinez, is having a good year somewhere else.
Yep.
So we see the problem there. All right. Speaking of firings, Colorado fires their head coach after another loss. I think none of us really particularly knew anything about it or cared, but just mention it. Another firing in the middle of the season. And backing that up, Georgia Tech
Boom.
upsets a ranked Pitt after what was it, 6 days after firing their head coach. So another immediate turnaround.
Yeah, and regardless of the coaching thing, whether or not, I mean, obviously it played a hell of a role there, but knocking off Pitt, man, Pitt was on a roll. They were kind of the powerhouse leading up against NC State and Clemson in the ACC, but man, that's a hell of a win for Georgia Tech out of nowhere too.
Hey, the ACC looks really good right now. We're talking about the Big Ten and we're talking about the SEC, but sneakily, we got to look at the SEC actually having more ranked teams in their conference, if I'm not mistaken. You got Syracuse, who's still undefeated.
Yep.
You got NC State. You got Clemson. You got Wake Forest.
State,
you got
Forest,
Duke.
They just got beat, but still.
Yeah, but still, they're a team that you got to be talking about their ranked.
Florida State's right there on the cusp.
Yes. So we can't leave out the ACC. It's not just Clemson anymore. Even though they're up there, there's some guys that are pecking. As soon as they can make one stumble, they can go through. So, all right.
Good
so here,
power is shifting really quick in the ACC.
Yeah. All right. So here's a new thing that we're going to do every week. I haven't got a graphic yet because I don't know what's cool to do. I'm not all that. It takes me a minute to think of these craps. So we got our top fours. We're going to give you our top 4 performing teams of the week. Now, this doesn't have to be who you think are the best teams or things like that. This is who you think out of all the college games that happened this week, who you think performed the best. So, Dan, I'll let you go with your top 4.
Hang on, I'm getting to my notes on that part. You know what? Honestly, I know they lost this game, but Iowa surprised me against Michigan. Just because the way they've been playing the rest of the season, it didn't match up to what they should be and what they could be, and we saw a glimpse of that at least early in the Michigan game. Especially again going to an opponent in your conference like Michigan goes to Iowa, which was very close to, it's like questioning, okay, wow, is Michigan going to pull this off? And then all of a sudden, they pulled it out. They kind of took over the game. Iowa looked gassed, and that's what it is. But, Iowa did pretty damn good in my minds compared to what we've seen so far the rest of the season.
Like it.
What's your next one? What's your first one? We doing all four?
Yeah, so let you do all four.
Oh shit! No, man, come on. Okay, TCU. TCU. I mean, look what they did to Oklahoma. That once again, rankings don't matter before week 6 in the NCAA. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Utah
Ah,
put it on Oregon State. I
the
thought that was
Utes.
going to be the Utes, man. They took that one ass whooping to begin the season, and they've been kind of creeping up in the Pac-12 mentioning.
Just staying nice and steady. If I'm not mistaken, they might be
Mhm.
sitting up there with USC at the top.
And who did I have? My fourth one. My fourth one was Georgia Tech, knocking off Pitt.
Ah, nice.
Because I could see Purdue knocking Minnesota off way easier than I could have seen Georgia Tech beating Pitt last week.
Nice. Score update: SMU 13, UCF 10. I know no one cares, but it's a football game.
Breaking news.
I will be switching over to preseason NBA when we're done. But, my top four, man. This is what I got. I got UCLA with the 40-32 win over Washington, with Washington being 15th ranked, rolling right now. Anthony Pettis, IU transfer, has just been lighting up all of everybody who they see, even the Big Ten teams. So it was a good showing for UCLA. Obviously, those extra schools are bidding for these open spots that's going to even out the Big Ten. I got Purdue over Minnesota. I did take that one because I picked Purdue to win the West, and I know they're going to give me some crap where they're going to lose to like Northwestern and take themselves out of it. So I'm going to give them their shit right now. My third performer is I got the University of UConn. An independent university. You know, they took a couple thumpings early this year, one from Michigan, and then the next one right behind it. But they ended I think it was a 3 or 4 year drought of losing to FBS schools. They got a win 19-14 over Fresno State, ending that drought. And my fourth school, I'm going to stay in the state of Indiana. We're going to go with the Ball State Cardinal, 44-38 in a double overtime win against cross state line rival Northern Illinois. So way to go, Cardinal.
There you go.
So there's my top four. That's kind of like our version of helmet stickers.
I like that.
All right, so let's get this done with the NFL before Raphael gets in here. So do you want to do it, or do you want to put the video on for the Dynasty Bros?
Let's put the video on this week because we missed the actual showing during the show on there last week. 4-minute offense. So this part is always brought to you by our good buddies over at Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. Check them out on all social media platforms and YouTube and everything else. Here is what they are saying in the fantasy world this week for week 5. 4-minute offense. Let's go.
And I'm here with Dynasty Bro Dot and Dynasty Bro Finn.
And we the bros.
Oh yeah.
Dynasty Bros.
Yeah.
Who we is, we the bros, #1 fantasy show. We don't talk too fast, we just finding out that y'all listen slow. Green light, we on go. When the shit is all we know. If you ain't trying to be a champion, then what you playing for? Who we is, we the bros, #1 fantasy show. We don't talk too fast, we just finding out that y'all listen slow. Green light, we on go. When the shit is all we know. If you ain't trying to be a champion, then what you playing for?
I gotta get your laugh down. I can't do it.
Is that how it goes?
How you do it, bro? You make it sound cool.
I don't even want to go, bro.
I can't do it, bro. That shit sound cool though. I can't do it.
Go ahead, bro. Shit. All right. What's good, bro? Bay. This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, and this is the 4-minute offense. I can't remember sometimes if Avo introduced both of them or just one. So we get into it and get busy, man. Look, 4 weeks in the book. Now you can start panicking if you want to. Do you agree, Vic?
Just don't jump off the ledge. Like, just walk up to the ledge, but don't jump.
Yeah, like you don't got to panic on your whole team, but you can panic on certain players going forward, man. Like the guys that look like they're maybe going to get replaced going into this week. You know, guys that are getting injuries who can't decide if they're going to be a couple weeks or for a long time, or just players getting outplayed, man. So we got some guys coming up. So many injuries, bro, and I hate that it got to be like this, but we got some guys that might be able to play some vital minutes into your lineup. Can you get minutes into the lineup? Did that make sense?
It makes sense to me.
If it makes sense to Avo, it still should make sense.
You ain't been seeing these L's I've been taking. I've been panicking.
Oh man, hey, Vic almost did a panic trade the other day.
Almost. We're gonna talk about it too on the main.
Yeah, we'll get there. Make sure you check out the main episode. This is just a 4-minute offense, though, giving you your waiver wire pickups and ads, and we got a bunch. So we're gonna get to it. We're gonna book. You know how this goes. 4 minutes. We got these rapid fire on these players, and once the 4 minutes up, timer's off. We're getting the hell up out of here. So this is what I'm about to do. I'm about to start the timer, Vic, and you're gonna get to go first. So we're gonna go in 3, 2. Avo, do some cool shit. 3, 2. Let's go.
All right, man. These quarterbacks starting to drop or get benched. So let's go to Pittsburgh. Pick up Mr. Kenny Pickett. He's a rookie for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he stepped in, had a pretty efficient game. Went 10 of 13, 120 yards. He had 2 touchdowns on the ground. So yeah, man, he's officially the starter now for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Definitely should be a step above Mr. Biscuit.
Hey, Javonte Williams get back soon. Gone for the whole year. Melvin Gordon banged up and fumbling. Let's talk the new running back duo. Mike Boone's already been out there getting third down play, getting a lot of pass catching stuff. And then the newly signed off the practice field, Latavius Murray. Both of those guys, man, they literally can play the other 2 guys' role perfectly. Javonte could be Mike Boone. Latavius can be the big Melvin Gordon. And I don't know, just go stash both of them because maybe the offense is starting to click now. Maybe they're going to throw more, trust Russ a little bit. But, take a shot on one of them. We don't know who's going to step up. Mike Boone seems like he has a role no matter what. But Latavius could be the end zone back for a while if Melvin has to sit out. So go take a shot on both of those backs.
All right, man. Let's go back to Pittsburgh, man. These rookie wide receivers been balling, so I got another rookie wide receiver for you guys, George Pickens. Look, Kenny Pickett's the starter now. He already has a report with Kenny Pickett going back to the camp. Coming off week 4, he had 16 fantasy points. He had a 100-yard game. Expect him to find the end zone here pretty soon. So Kenny Pickett's the new starter. He should get George Pickens going.
Yeah, I love that play. Another running back duo. Cordell Patterson getting all the run, and he went down, man. So Mr. Caleb Huntley, and Tyler Algier, the rookie, they both went out there, and they both actually looked pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So we don't really know who's going to be the dominant back. It looks like they always like to spell Cordell anyway. But so maybe you take your shot on both of these guys. Remember, it is Atlanta, though, so don't expect a lot of high power weeks, but ain't nothing like having a starting running back. So go shoot your shot. If personally, I will go shoot my shot on Tyler. That's the rookie that this regime invested in.
All right, got another wide receiver for you guys. Let's go to the New York Jets. I see DJ Avo transition. He on this shit. Hey, but go get you some Corey Davis, man. Wide receiver 26. So he's about to crack into the top 24, man. He's getting close. So last week, 18 fantasy points. Look, Zach Wilson, man, he's back, and he always kept Corey Davis involved. So need some wide receiver help. There you go.
And I got another running back. Like I said, these running backs are hard to come by and redraft once you need a starter. Look, it's not going to be that sexy because they have a pass down catching back in Chase. But Raheem Mostert just seems like he just took over the backfield as far as rushing, man. And I wouldn't doubt if this is what it is going forward. He already came over with this regime. They handpicked him in the offseason to come play too. So I feel like he's going to keep on getting the run. He ran at a 4.6 clip, bro, a carry. That's not that bad. So in an offense that might not press the pass issue so much with Teddy in there until Tua come back, we'll see what happens. But go shoot your shot on some Raheem Mostert.
How we doing on time?
We got a minute left on the dot.
All right, man. I mean, that's all I got, man. If you might get lucky with Romeo Doubs out there, if he's still out there for the Green Bay Packers. So Aaron Rodgers, they're forcing the issue. They want to make him the number 1. So yeah, if he's still out there, go get him. And then Alan Lazard may still be out there too. So
facts. And Josh Reynolds, man. If Amon-Ra St. Brown ain't there and Chark is still banged up, you see he went out there as Mr. Necessary. And one more running back. He might be out there, but Isaiah Pacheco, man, it looks like they're getting rid of the McKinnon play, and they're gonna run some Pacheco. It's gonna be the him and Clyde show, and they don't look that bad, man. The offense is clicking. Anybody else you got?
Nah, that's it, man. I mean, Pacheco looks good. He should be the starter, man. I just think he'll know the playbook all the way, giving us a complex KC offense. But yeah, definitely at him now. Who we dropping, man? 13 seconds.
Man, nobody, man. Keep your guys right now.
Yeah, keep your guys right now. All right. Where can they follow you at, bro?
Hey, hold on. The timer didn't go off, man. That's trash, bro.
BBB.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, bro.
BBB.
Vic already did it, Avo.
Yeah.
Hey, follow me at Dynasty Bro on Instagram and Twitter. Follow my Instagram page, Dynasty Bros FF. Vic, where can we follow you at, my brother?
Follow me at Chiefs Host FF, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast where you listening. Dynasty Bros FF. DJ Avo, where can we follow you at?
Hey, man, follow me at Avo Love wherever you can find me. That's AVOLXVE. Let's go.
Hey, we love y'all. Showing you how to dominate your league, Dynasty Bro style. We the bros. Avo, let that ride out before we click out.
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I just took a picture of my fantasy team and sent it to Vic, and I'm sending him a message right now. And I'm like, okay, here's my team. Here's what I'm actually doing right now. We got waiver wire, so check them all out. Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast on all and every social media platform.
No, my foot is itching.
That's the worst, man.
Man, I can't do nothing about it. It's not like the boot. I can take the boot off and scratch it. I can't take the cast off. This is like the worst one too. Like all the rest of the itches have been, relatively close to where you can reach it.
Not this.
This one is on the heel.
Oh yeah.
So if y'all see me squirming, I'm trying to scratch my foot.
He's gonna be sitting there banging his heel on the floor here in a second, folks.
Yes. I know she's like, what?
Right?
All right, so let's keep it popping. So that moves us into
timing is everything tonight, folks. That right there, what we just saw behind the scenes, is nothing greater than the timing that we could have anticipated anything else happening. That was awesome.
There he is.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, fella?
Nothing. It's a Wednesday night. It's always busy here for me on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, well, you're here at your favorite one now, BW Sports 1 and the Dukes of Football. Raphael, how has your week been so far?
Good. I don't know. I mean, it's a tough one to beat. I just got done talking about the Black Panther 2, some anime ads and stuff like that, wrestling stuff. So you guys have stuff to compete with on this show. Who cares about this crappy sport football?
Yeah, I can go with that. I can go with the Black Panther 2. I mean, I want to know what the over under me watching that in the theater or a bootleg.
I did just see the trailer of it the other day, and that
it's
looks
hot.
Good. Pretty good.
I think they kind of told who it was going to be, though. I was thinking it was going to be his girl because everybody was talking about the bald-headed chick or his sister. So I was thinking it was going to be his girl, but they got the dots on her that are on her face on the mask that match right up. So I'm going back with Zuri. I'm going with his sister.
It's Suri, what I understand it is, but cameo, maybe the big evil star that we're probably going to see in a lot of next upcoming Marvel, Dr. Doom.
Ooh. I wonder who they get to play him. That's interesting.
Oh, did I forget to tell you I took a call the other day?
Oh, my Lord Jesus. All right, so we're moving into our what the hell do we call them? Pin it or punt it.
Pin it or punt it. 30 seconds on the clock for each of us. We get a chance to shoot our shot, pit it or punting it. What we starting at, D?
First game up, the London game last week. The Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Was it a good game for London? Good representation for the NFL? Because, they love us over there. Or football.
I would say yes. I mean, they had great following for the Saints. It was a pretty much a Saints home game. You could just see all the black and gold in the stands. I wish they probably had Harry Kane kicking that last field goal to try to tie the game instead of Lutz. But to double doink, what are you going to do if you double doink and you lose? That's just the way the game goes.
There you go.
There you go.
You know my thought on overseas games. I don't like them. I think it's asinine, but I get it to a point. But if you're going to do something internationally, do it to the continent that you're at least within the same time zones. To yes, they're pros and all this, that, and the other. But come on, man, come on.
Yeah. I completely disagree with Daniel Weinstein over there. I love the games over there. I think it's a good showing, a good representation of a game that no one else in the world plays but us. I think it's something that they enjoy watching, the brutal, the barbarian Americans. So kudos. And who doesn't want to get up on Sunday morning at 9:30 to have an NFL football game on?
I'll give you that. I will give you that. And just a side note, I think the camera is shot.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Raphael
right.
fell off earlier. It broke, I think.
That's 3 weeks in a row.
Yep. Omen.
All right. Should heads roll? What heads should roll in Miami?
Well, we had one.
No pun intended.
Yeah, we had one really rolling, and one actually took a seat back and got fired. Can't remember, Raphael. You might be able to tell me. Was it an actual Dolphins employee, or was it the league employee, or was it like the third party employee that was fired on that one?
It's a third party that was fired for the Dolphins.
Right.
Okay. Well, yes. Okay, folks are going to have been hitting me up all week, and I'm going to say it right now real quick because I got like 15 more seconds. Tua is, yes, a professional. But my post earlier in the week from that game was due to the NFL putting the full stipulations on these safety protocols, this, that, and the other, and it went completely out the window, regardless if it was the league or the team or the third party. I think if the league would have seen him come back in after that, just like that, the league should have stepped in and said, whoa. You're not going to play the rest of the game. We'll deal with you afterwards, but it is what it is now. And we see that double concussion type deal.
I understand all that, but at the same time, we play football. That's why we box. That's why we do MMA. We know the consequences. And I can guarantee you, Tua was in there begging and pleading because his job is still on the line. He needs to play to keep his job, to keep his name on the NFL roster, not just in the Dolphins. We've heard it all summer long. So I can guarantee you he was begging and crying, putting $100 bills in the third party's pocket just to let him go. This is the league we're in. I know we have protocols. I know it's dangerous. But when you put the helmet on, you know the danger. When you put the gloves on in the ring, you know the danger. So I don't want to hear all this because we could care less about safety in the NFL. What do we look for? We look for the big hits. We look out for the knockouts and stuff like that. So don't give me this crap that we care about safety in the NFL because we wish Ronnie Lott was still playing in the league, knocking people out. So no,
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. I'm just saying because of the league's weight that they've thrown around the past few years with the safety of.
They don't care. They're just doing that for PR. They don't care because the money's still coming in.
Well, then somebody needs to call them out.
And they've been calling them out, and the NFL is too powerful to be stopped. But we'll put it like this: I'm going to pin it. I'm going to pin it on the board because this is a conversation that we're going to have for a long period of time, and it comes to the negligence of the NFL and the hypocriticalness of the NFL, how they treat the player, but then say that they love the player, but then retreat the player bad. Why is it that the players have to go bargain for their safety over their monies in the offseason? You know what I mean? Like, I agree with Foxworth. Give that same energy that you're giving the NFL on these players that get these concussions. Give that same energy in the summer when they're trying to fight for that same safety and their money at the same time. Give that same energy. That's all I got on it.
Moving on.
Where do we go? We was
That's
heads
the-
road. The Bengals.
Yeah.
Have they righted the shit? Have they steadied the shit with the 2 wins in a row?
I mean, I like the way that they're doing. It's hurry up offense, a lot of screen passes, moving around the offensive line, so the offensive line's just not stuck in the pocket and he's getting crushed. So I like where their offense is going. Now they have a tough task. And there's 2 games: Bengals, Baltimore, and there was another one I can't think of, but another one that looks like just like the Raiders game. Desperate teams need desperate wins, and that game right here, Bengals Ravens, could be a desperate win for the Ravens because they can't lose another division game.
True that. Dan, I'm going to punt this one. I'm going to punt them right in the ship. One, because Joe Burrow will still be the most touched quarterback in the league. That offensive line is terrible. He can't get to Jamar Chase if he's sitting on his ass. And then I agree with Raphael, and the Ravens can't lose another divisional game. I know Cincinnati fared well because they was the only team in that division to win, but they can give it right back to Baltimore. So I'm going to punt on their steadying the ship.
I'm going to call timeout and drag that on for at least this week through to see what happens in the Ravens game to maybe give me a justification on which way they're going.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know. I'm totally teeter-tottering on this left and right. It's like, one play they look, they're going to turn it around. Next play, it's like, what the hell are you doing? So it's 50-50 right now. I want to see what they can do against the Ravens in Baltimore.
All right, let's keep it moving. Kenny Pickett is now the starter in Steel Country. Pin it or punt it?
Pin it.
I'm going to pin it. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm ready. I'm trying to bitch.
I agree, pin it. I mean, he's got the horrible schedule coming up he has to play, but
terrible.
Take the training wheels off, put a double helmet on because he's going to need it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this. I was banking on us coming into this 4-game stretch being above 500. That way we can even out going through this 4-game stretch because it's tough. But going in 1-3, going into this 4-game stretch, I don't feel real. I mean, I know Tomlin, my brother, he can spin some magic, but I just don't see it. We're 0-7 without Watt.
But hey, you got a new quarterback.
Yep, sure do. All right, let's keep it moving. Eagles do their talking on the field. Last remaining unbeaten team.
Can you hold on real quick? Just say that last part one more time. The only unbeaten team in the NFL left is the 4-0 Philadelphia Eagles. That's right. I'm totally biased when it comes to my Philadelphia Eagles squad. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Coming out in this game, it looked like it was going to be an oh shit game. Here we go. Starting off going 14-0 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. But then when you start to see the team come together again after that and go through that adversity that they had to being down 14-0 coming back like they did. However, I'm still skittish on them not being able to put points up in the second half like they should be able to. That's what's making me.
You use that word adversity like that again, I am going to mute you.
All right. Raph,
so I take he's pinning it. He's pinning it.
I'm pinning it. I'm pinning it, baby. I'm pinning it all night long.
I'm gonna take the pin and put it on my desk close because they have to play mini me this week. And they might be overlooking because guess who comes in town next week? The Big D.
Them boys.
So could they be overlooking mini me in Arizona? And I'm going to be rooting for Arizona because of Watt. Watt came out. His story got leaked from his heart procedure that he had done. I've had that 4 times. So I'm going to be rooting for him on this game. But I think the Eagles may be overlooking mini me going to Arizona. Would not be shocked if they get snake bite and Murray puts because let's face it, Eagles always had trouble with mobile quarterbacks. I remember Jones putting up big numbers against the Eagles D. So keep an eye out this one. I will not be sure because I don't wait to see how high this one goes. Betting number right now is 5.5. This one closes at 6, guaranteed.
This man said mini me, and I took me a minute. And I was like, oh, he's talking about the munchie chi. Oh, Kyler Murray. I'm a Watt fan of all the Watts. Awesome thing with him. I'm not buying into nothing with the Cardinals. Dan and I both have jumped on the Cardinals bandwagon 2 years in a row, and they shit all over my wagon. So I don't care about them. So I pin the Eagles right now. I pin it. I'm not going to put an asterisk on it. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. But I'm anxious to see next week's game, though.
Oh, you and me both.
All right, let's move it on. Last week we talked about the Colts being on life support. I think they blew their only opportunity in the foot with winning or losing to the Titans. I'm punting this one, buddy. I'm getting rid of the Colts all day long right now. I'm so angry with them. I want them all fired.
Well, all of them. Well, Matt Rule is a heavy favorite to be the next head coach to be fired, so you might have to wait a while because Carolina could be one. Nathaniel Hackett is up there, a horrible job, and Kingsbury. Let's say if Mini Me does a horrible game at home, which he does not play well at home, and the Eagles trash them because they can't stop the run game. Cliff Kingsbury might be looking at maybe the Nebraska job, maybe the Wisconsin job.
Fire them all. I don't care. Send them back to college.
I'm punting I'm pinning it because they did blow a golden chance. I think they're so discombobulated right now throughout the whole organization. I just feel like they are 3 balls behind the 8 ball in a corner pocket trying to hit not one but like 18 different things on the way out. It's just not looking good for the Colts.
No, sir. It kind of feels like the Ursays are taking a page out of the Simon's book of how to destroy your franchise, Pacers. Moving on to them boys. You know, a lot of people wrote them off. Cooper Rush is undefeated as a starter as the Cowboys. I
wrote him off.
Yeah, I did too. I'm at the pin the Cowboys, man. You know what I'm saying? He's not turning over the ball. The defense is doing well. Michael Parsons, I keep telling you, he's defense player of the year. And I for a minute there, my pick for the Cowboys to win the division was looking kind of shady, but I'm feeling a little better about it right now, even though the Eagles are undefeated.
I agree 100% what you just said. I mean, Parsons right now is the defensive player of the year by far. Because let's face it, San Francisco, I think you could put the whole 49ers team as defensive player of the year. What Parsons doing just by himself is fun to watch. But yeah, I totally agree with you on every aspect.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all on that. Parsons is a damn good player. He probably should or probably would. He probably will get defensive player of the year, at least in the NFC, possibly in the league, because he is that damn good. It hurts me to say that, yeah, them boys can be good, but I think, I mean.
Yes, we understand, Dan. We understand.
All
right, last one in this area. John Harbaugh has no faith in his defensive side of the ball. They are letting down Lamar Jackson's money. I'm pinning that shit.
Pin it. And still running second in the MVP behind Jalen Hurts.
No way. Not even second. No way.
Not even close. It's all right, though. Keep doing your thing. Yep. All right, let's get to these picks because I know my guys got to go talk some crap on somebody else's show.
I feel the love.
You should. Still waiting on that new Bitmoji from our boy.
Son of a bitch. Doc Sports, BW Sports 1 picks of the week. Text BW Sports 229022 for your free $60 in picks.
I wonder if my mail's on its way yet.
Oh, damn, I've got that too. I do have your address still. I do still have your address. I actually wrote it down too.
Hey.
All right, so here's our standings for from updated from last week.
12 and 16.
Oh yeah, I suck, bro. Hey, I was almost 500 last week. I brought it up. It just went down. Arkansas, little assholes. The Bears. I don't know why I even listen to you and go with the Bears.
I like the Bears last week. I did. I liked them too.
Yeah. So here's the standings. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I suck. But there's a long season left. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep trucking along. All right, so here's our first game for college. You got number 8. All of our games this week are ranked. We got number 8 Tennessee 4-0 at 25 LSU 4-1. Dan, this will be a good one for you. It's got your old coach, you know, him and his family, and then your pick to win the SEC, Tennessee.
Yes, sir. And I think that Tennessee will go into Death Valley and take care of business and get the win.
Raphael, what does the people say? Or the
line's right now 3, total 65. If LSU can keep this total under, then I think LSU can win this at home. It's a noon game. I wish there was a night game for them. That's why I'm leaning towards Tennessee. If this was a night game in Baton Rouge, it's a tough place to win a game. Noon timing, I think Tennessee gets this one, but only if they can stop. Only if they can score. They need to score like 35 plus against LSU to win this game.
They've run too many plays. LSU can't keep up. They run too many plays. They average 120 plays a game, or something like that.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
A lot of plays.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. The panel goes with Tennessee across the board.
Son of a.
So that means
LSU by 20
is going to win.
Right?
Yes. All right, next up we got 17 TCU 4-0 against Shining Stars in the ACC. 19 or number 19 Kansas 5-0. New game FS1. Raphael.
Wow.
Game day is there. So far, game day has been the curse for these kind of stories. We all remember what App States. They didn't cover that one. So I'm going to say the same thing. TCU wins and covers.
Ooh.
He said wins and covers, folks.
Wins and covers.
Look at that.
So this is what we got.
Look at that. That's right. I'm taking TCU, baby.
Hey, I'm going with the basketball school, man. They're going to Jayhawk you. I mean, kiss and Jayhawk you, bro.
Horned Frogs, baby. Horned Frogs.
All right, so that takes us to game 3 of NCAA. You got my pick to win the Pac-12, number 11, Utah, against 18. Another one of Dan's favorite people, Chip Kelly at UCLA, 5-0, 3:30 tip-off on Fox.
Raph, what are you thinking?
Man, I like a lot of road favorites in this one, and I have to go with the one because they're my favorites. I had them going into the playoffs. I need Utah to get a big statement win on this one because every time Florida steps on the field, they lose. So that loss really looks bad for Utah. I like Utah. UCLA's going in the right direction. Utah just has better talent.
And I agree, sir.
And don't we?
Yeah.
Damn it.
So, I mean, there's some UCLA out there, you know what I mean? There's some Chip Kelly fans, some holdouts. I don't know why. Now, UCLA has an upward start. I just feel that Utah is in a much better position. So,
yep.
Let's go for our NFLs now. You got the Giants 3-1, Packers 3-1, London game, 9:30 a.m. NFL Network.
Green Bay wins, but there's no way they cover this 8. I like the way if the Giants be able to run the ball every game. Barkley, comeback player of the year. If it wasn't for Jalen Hurts, we might be even thinking Barkley maybe in some kind of an MVP love just because of the way they've been playing. I like Barkley's running game. I like the way the Giants move the ball. Green Bay wins by 4.
I'm disagreeing with you, sir. I think the Giants will take Aaron's first trip overseas because he's not going to know how to do it. He's never been over. Green Bay has not been over yet. This is going to be their homecoming, first ever across. Giants have been over there. Giants. Now, I do agree with you on Saquon Barkley. I think he gets a hell of a day out of the run game, and I think he puts up over 100, and the Giants win by 5.
Aaron Rodgers is the American version of David Beckham. He's adored over there. We're going Green Bay. Second game. This will make Greg happy. This might be one of the better games of the day. We got the 2-2 Chargers and the 2-2 Browns. 1:00 tip off CBS.
Neither one can lose.
Right.
I don't know who. This one's a toss-up one right now. The Chargers -2.5. I'm going to wait to see if I can get a better number on the Chargers. I think they win this game, but they're so banged up, especially on the D side. I'm just playing bet, taking a better quarterback that's getting healthier week after week. Give me Herbert and the Bolts.
And we disagree with you, sir.
Yeah, we're riding, man. We're riding on this one, bro. I've always been a Jacoby Brissett dude. I always never felt he got an opportunity. Here's an opportunity for him. You know he's not the guy. When Deshaun comes back, he's going to be the guy, but he's playing well. He's playing like he doesn't have anybody over his shoulder. You know what I mean? Because he already knows the situation. And the Chubb, man, hey, I just like them, and they're at home. So that's the only reason why.
The only reason I picked Cleveland, honestly, is because they put up more points and they allow less, or they put up, more points and more yardage averaging each game, and allow less yardage in a game than the Chargers do. And with that defense being so smashed up, I think Cleveland runs them.
Yeah, they are beat up. All righty, here you go. We got them boys. We got them boys going all the way out to Los Angeles, the battle of the overpriced stadiums, 425 Fox. What you got, Raphael?
Oh, I'm not sold on the Rams at all. We saw what the 49ers defense did, and I had the Cowboys defense a little bit better than the 49ers defense. So I think Parsons is going to have a huge game, and their offense is just so banged up. Hello, where's Cam Akers at? Can he run the ball? I mean, what, he had 18 yards? And now you tell me the Rams are coming out of a short week playing on Monday night. They have to go against the Dallas D. Very low-scoring game. I think Dallas upsets the Super Bowl champs.
And we agree with you, sir. There's a couple of Ram people out there, but no, we, my good man, the Dukes here, are agreeing with the odds maker.
Hey, man, the Rams just look so bad.
They do not look good right now.
He just looks so bad, and he can't throw to anybody but Cooper Kupp. If he's on your fantasy, you're going to look great.
But, man, the problem is, again, the Stafford curse. Picks, and more picks.
Should have got the Tommy John surgery.
So there you have it, man. Those are the Doc Sports picks. Make sure if you want to get in all that action, once you go right to Doc Sports, get on their website, follow Raphael, get all his insights and the things you got going on there. And I don't know, Dan, talk.
Yeah, Raphael, where can we find you at? Where can everybody find you at?
You can find me over at DocSports.com. You can find me over on Twitter at VSI.Sports. You can also find me at mybookie.ag. And it's really not a free play. No love for the Miami Dolphins this week. Everyone's all over the Jets at home. Miami's -3.5. Teddy Bridgewater, his last 30 road games, he has won 24 of them.
Teddy Two Gloves. I love it.
Yeah, he's covered.
Inside scoop. There you go. You heard it from the
Teddy
man.
Two Gloves.
Teddy Two Gloves.
Raphael, we appreciate you as always, sir. And we will catch you next week, hopefully. And hopefully next week I don't have to ask if you sent something in the mail yet.
Well, hopefully I can talk to a person and not an icon.
I'm hoping, by the next week the damn camera's fixed.
Take it easy, guys.
All right, have a good one, bud.
Have a good one. There he is, folks. The one and only Raphael Esparza.
All right, so we're wrapping up. So you got something for the Lions Den?
You know what? Peace, love, hair grease.
Yeah. I have one for One's Up. This One's Up is a shout out to my beautiful, lovely pain in my ass. Excuse me, pain in her ass. My wife on our anniversary that we celebrated yesterday, 10-4. We 8 years. So I want to send a shout out to her. I'm a lot to deal with, if you don't know. So for her not to put me in a little bitty box in the backyard, and I'm very thankful. So
Well, for one, bro, it ain't gonna be no little bitty box unless she burns the shit out of you.
well, she is a country girl, so
bonfire.
right. What's that smell? It smells like dark meat.
Nah, it's just well done. And on that note, folks,
we are out of here. oh, I can't forget. We gotta forget. We gotta.
That's what I was giving there. Oh, nope, not that one.
Oh, do it again.
One.
There you go. Oh,
ba-boom,
Move
ba-boom, bam. All the others, checkers and records, state of basketball, super kicking it with Steven just a bit outside combat zone, and us here at the Dukes of Football. We all wish you adieu. Until next time, check us all out at BWSPORTS1.com. And Damon, as always, what do we do?
We keep indie sporty. Make sure y'all go to the One's Kitchen website. The new menu is up for the 15th. Check it out. Holler.
Pew pew.
I heard her.